Down, down, down goes the Disney World attendance. And finally, other sources beyond us are admitting what's happening. The turnstiles not twisting, not changing, not turning the way they once were. It's even worse though. Now, Independence Day, 4th of July, could be one of the lowest attended holidays we've ever seen at the Disney parks. Today we'll tell you what's going on and why you may see so few parked cars at the Ticket and Transportation Center. Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel that continues to bring you the news you need to know, especially in entertainment and vacationing. As we get ready to dive into today's discussion, consider clicking the like button and we'll tell you what's really going on and whether or not you should be going on a Disney trip for the 4th of July. All right, folks, take a look at this. It is out of Disney Tourist Blog, and we've got some info that we want to turn into an exclusive. The great, excellent Tom Bricker has the info here. 10 big changes in July 2025 at Disney World and how they'll impact crowds. There's something fascinating about this. Get ready for it. We're going to bring it to you. It's big news. July 2025 is a huge month at Walt Disney World. It's the biggest of the year for closings and openings, changings, events, and more. This covers everything happening next month and how it will not or will not impact wait times. Okay? Now, all of this is great. And Tom is a fount of knowledge when it comes to everything Disney. And this article is massive. Folks, if you want to get in, this is like the Burn Bomb website of today. If you want to get into, and I hope that's not offensive to Tom, if you want to get into the deep dive of Disney, this is the place to go in terms of like everything you could possibly imagine. What we want is right here. Independence Day. It says this contrary to conventional wisdom bit about lower summer crowds applies to Independence Day at the very start of July 2025. Yet again, folks, we've been telling you for months and years that things are not going the way they should at Disney. Lower summer crowd levels, we can give that to any kind of reason, but I can tell you that it's a reason to be worried if you're Disney. Now, here's what it says about Independence Day. That long weekend, Independence Day, 4th of July, used to have 10 out of 10 crowds and be among the busiest holidays of the year. It has become below average. Now, I want you to consider that in a summer that is lacking people, Tom is saying that this will be less than. And I'm thinking back to the 90s when they used to keep the Magic Kingdom open to like 3 a.m. for the 4th of July, and it was shoulder to shoulder. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about they would reach the various levels of capacity. People were being turned away. Everybody wanted to be in the Magic Kingdom. And then if you couldn't get the Magic Kingdom, everybody wanted to be in Epcot or even Hollywood Studios for the 4th of July. It says Independence Day 2023 was downright dead at Walt Disney World. It was such a hot topic that drew an explanation from CEO Bob Iger, who said, as we have joked about so many times before, too dang hot. He wasn't wrong, but he also wasn't completely correct. Pricing and aggressive ticket blockouts were the bigger culprit. Tom's kinder than I am on this. Independence Day 2024 crowds were again unexpectedly low, even minus blockouts. Walt Disney World as a whole had an average wait time of 26 minutes on July 4th. That was down as compared to the last 2 weeks of June, which had an average wait time of 35 minutes and 31 minutes. It looks like Tom's doing what we're doing to figure out the crowd levels. It's a near certainty. Here's the news, folks. Here's the big news. It's a near certainty that July 4th through 6th, 2025 won't be as bad as many past years. It simply will not compare to 2019 or earlier, back when the parks were truly busy. It goes on to say that essentially, you can probably expect on the 4th of July this year to not be all that crowded. That's the big news, folks. It's Independence Day yet again coming up for Disney World, and you don't have to fret about crowd levels. If you want to go to Disney, go to Disney. That's the prediction from Disney Tourist Blog. Now, I haven't looked at it deeply beyond what Tom is saying, but I'll tell you this. I trust Tom Bricker to get this right. He studies this sort of thing. And Pamela, I want to hand it to you. Are you at all surprised, shocked, and what's going on that crowds aren't showing up for holidays anymore? They're not here for the summer, and maybe even less. Independence Day could be a bummer for Disney.
I would be far more surprised if the report was that it was going to be a crowded 4th of July at Disney. We saw this last year. It was one of the first articles that I covered for that park place where just the 4th of July crowds were non-existent. And I remember going to Walt Disney World on July 4th. It used to be red flagged on those days periodically, where they would stop letting people in like a phased capacity, like at certain time annual pass holders aren't allowed in anymore, and yada yada yada, because it was just so crowded. I mean, fireworks time. If you had gotten separated from your family 5 minutes before fireworks, and then the crowd just moved in, you were watching the fireworks by yourself because there was literally no way to get back to your group. It was, look at this. It's just absolutely bare bones, no people. I'm going to actually be there early in the day on the 4th of July this year to take some footage like this in Magic Kingdom and hopefully Epcot as well to see if this is true for that park place. But yeah, I mean, we saw this. We also saw with Memorial Day. The Memorial Day crowds were also really, really low. I mean, if only someone had been sounding this alarm pro for months that Walt Disney World attendance was low. Now, thank goodness, all of a sudden, Disney Tourist Blog, touring plans, Disney dining, all of a sudden they're coming out with this, hey guys, Disney crowd levels are super low. Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, I mean, and you could see it. I mean, I know, like, Hugh Johnston, the bookings are looking fine. Okay, well, then why are you lowering prices like we've never seen before? I mean, even touring plans had to admit that the pricing is similar to, like, 2017 in some respects, right? Now, we know that's quite different story today than of yesteryear, but still, the price elasticity is at its lowest point than pretty much we've ever seen in the modern era anyway. So we knew something was going on behind the scenes. And then, Josh Tomorrow, well, they'll just have to go to Magic Kingdom, even if they go to something like Epic Universe. Oh, will they, Josh? It looks like they're not. It looks like the big draw was going to be Epic Universe, and it just simply didn't spill over, especially when you look at the price point and you look at the number of attractions that are down. Even with July 4th, I think Test Track is still down, and also, too, the new parade, Disney Starlight, hasn't made its debut yet. I believe that doesn't make its debut until July 20th. So what is really July. The impetus? Well, go ahead, please.
No, I was just saying you're right, late July.
Yep. So why would you necessarily go to these parks? Perhaps maybe it's going to be fireworks at night, but I don't know why you would go July 4th during the day. Go ahead, anyway.
Look, I've been to all of the Disney parks on holidays, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, especially 4th of July. My home park was Disneyland when I was a more youthful person, and eventually became Magic Kingdom, across the country. I will say this, crowds have been trending the wrong way for a long time. We all read the tea leaves a long time ago, as Marvin kind of insinuated. And I have a feeling that Disney knew this was going to be a disaster, and they went back to 9/11 prices. If you remember what those were like, I do. And I was traveling to Disney World 6 times a year at that point in time. And so when I would go and stay there back then, it was vacant. Nobody was traveling for many different reasons, and rightfully so. But I always, just said, well, I'm going to go and do this and enjoy myself, and there's going to be a few people here. Eventually that trended the other direction, but this is kind of reminding me of that when you see the deep discounts that you were talking about. These types of crowds and this type of lack of interest in Disney indicates to me that people are waking up to the fact that there's less to offer. And this is the other reason why I'm still screaming about getting rid of Muppets and getting no net gain out of it, because by the time they build the Monsters door coaster, nobody's, they've not gained anything. They just continue to lose across the board, destroying attraction count. And I remember back, I hearken back to New Fantasyland, which netted us no new attractions. This is a constant pattern for Iger's Disney to not keep up and to continue to diminish offerings, which people are now more aware of because the value is rapidly disappearing or is gone completely. If you think about what we used to get, for being pass holders or DVC owners or any of the other, other special categories that there used to be. There's nothing magical left at the Magic Kingdom or anywhere in Florida, California, or elsewhere.
We used to get something. Now, the only thing we get now is contempt.
Wait a second, Culture. Now, they have Cool Kids Summer, and you can bring your kids to go to gym class with Goofy at Epcot and play with a $30 parachute. I mean, come on. Look at the offering there.
Gym class with Goofy. Oh, for the folks, Ron, you're going to have to explain it for those who didn't see the video when we covered this. Tell them real
dear
quick. What is
Lord,
Jim Class Goofy?
when you go into the to Epcot now for what they're branding as Cool Kids Summer, but basically the only thing that they've done is when you go into what they're now calling the oh gosh, my brain blocks the name out because
Communicore Hall.
Yeah, the Communicore. I get so upset about it, right?
Yeah, the
anyway,
multi-purpose room. That's what it is.
And then that's literally what they're using it for. The same thing you had your multi-purpose room for in your grade school, which is gym class. You go in there now, they got some bright, funky lights going around that you could buy like for $3 at Radio Shack when Radio Shack existed. It's such a throwback to not in a good way to the 90s.
You know what's bad, Ron? What's bad is the Wonders of Life Pavilion. That's what they used it for. Now they just don't even open it. So, I mean, we literally lost stuff by them doing what they've done with Epcot. It's awful.
It's horrid. It's horrid. Here's the deal. The reason why Walt Disney World is empty is it simply does not offer the experience that it offered simply a decade ago. The entire property. And it's twice as much to go as it was 10 years ago. It's really, really simple economics. They have priced out the average American family, and they don't offer all the things that they used to offer. I went on July 4th, 2023. I didn't go last year on July 4th, but on 2023, I went to Animal Kingdom. Everything was a walk-on. Literally everything was a walk-on. I walked on to the Safari, walked on to Pandora. It was a great day to go because there was nobody there, but it was so crazy because it's July 4th. The first time I ever went to the Magic Kingdom, I was 5 years old, and it was July 4th, 1977. And it was, I think, more crowded at the Magic Kingdom that day than it has been the last few years, and that was 50 years ago. So it doesn't surprise me that the crowds are down, especially this year. You've got this wonderful and amazing brand new state-of-the-art park across town called Epic Universe, and the crowds, they're emptying out at Disney World. And by the way, it's all going to be walled off in the next few years anyway, for the next few years. So
I want to give a big shout out yet again, folks. I mean, it doesn't matter who gets it right first, who gets it right second, and it doesn't matter. Maybe other people were ahead of us. Doesn't matter. What does matter is that people are telling the truth. I want to give a big shout out to Tom Bricker. He always tells the truth. Now we're getting these other sites, though, that are verifying what we've been telling you. Disney is saying, things are just great at the parks, and we keep going to the data and saying, no. And happy now that others are starting to say the same. All right, folks.
Yeah, my comments, Pro, were not meant to disparage those that are coming around. I'm happy they're all coming around. It was at the people that have yelled at us for months saying that we're making it up.
We just make it all up. We get that Avengers trilogy thing just by making it up. Helping Hollywood produce a product that you want to consume. That's what we do each and every day, folks. And this time, it's time to, say goodbye. We know, but don't cry. No, for we will have more videos on the way. We love to bring those videos and that information. And by the way, if you'd like even more, consider going to the Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/WDW Pro. It's where we put out stuff exclusively there that we simply can't put out in other places for whatever reason, be it because it's too spicy or because, perhaps we're working to corroborate it. But you can find out things early and first over there. Folks, we surely have had a great time spending time with you. Consider clicking that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment right on down below. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Jump into the water!
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.